Welcome back to Chef Shany. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make banana bread with a little bit of a twist. So what I've done here, I've already pre-made all the ingredients, so it's going to be a little bit faster, okay? So here we have half a cup of butter. So I've mixed it all up. Make sure that's a little bit soft just so it'll be easy to mix up. Then here I've already prepared 2 cups of flour with 1 cup of sugar. So what I like to do is mix up a little bit of flour. So I use some whole wheat flour and white flour, all-purpose white flour as well. So if you like to have a little bit healthier, you can do that, or you can use just all-purpose flour as well. It turns out pretty much the same because the bananas add a lot of flavor. So just going to mix that up in here. And you're going to see the little twist here is that we're going to mix this all up and then we're going to use this for a topping. So here we go, just mix that all up. You want to make sure that the consistency is a little bit like oatmeal. So we're going to use your little muscle power here. So mix this all up. There we go. And just for banana bread, one of my tips that I like to do while I'm mixing this up, I'm going to talk to you guys about the bananas. You know how you get your bananas all brown sometimes on the counter, you didn't have a chance to eat them? Well, bananas are so great in banana bread when they're ripe, so they have a little bit more flavor. So what I do is I just pop them in the freezer. When I'm ready to have banana bread, then I just take them out, rinse them under really hot water, and then you peel them, and they're really great, and they have so much flavor. So here we go. So see how we have a little bit of a grainy or kind of an oatmeal-ish texture? So what I'm going to do, the twist is we're going to put half a cup of this aside and we're going to use it as topping for later. So here we go, we're just going to put half a cup, about half a cup in here. There we go. A little bit more. Ta-da! Okay, so put that aside. Don't use it. I know it's tempting. I've done this recipe before where I've added all, so don't forget that step, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. So we have 1 egg, so just crack that up, put it in here. You'd like to have your eggs at room temperature. A trick to have eggs at room temperature, you just put them in a little bit of hot water before for about 5 minutes. So if you're in a rush, you can have room temperature eggs right away. And then here we have a half a cup of milk and a teaspoon of vinegar. I've already mixed it all up. So now that I have this all mixed up, the egg and milk mixture, I'm going to add the baking powder and baking soda. Let's just pour that on here. Mix that all up a little bit. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add your bananas. So I'm just going to pour that in here. There we go. Perfect. So then you're going to fold that all up. See the bananas, so don't worry, it's going to be a little bit tough to mix at first because the bananas add a little bit of the liquid and consistency, so that's what makes it a little bit easier to fold up here, or mix up. So now you have that all mixed up nicely. There we go. What we're going to do is we're going to fold in the blueberries. So we're just going to throw that in here. I have about a cup. You can use a bit more if you want, or less. You could always use chocolate chips as well too, so that's really good. Really good one that my husband likes, the chocolate chips. So now that we have this all mixed up, try not to be too rough because you don't want the blueberries to break. And these blueberries are frozen, by the way. You could use fresh ones as well. You just have to be a little bit more careful when you're mixing it up. Before we pour the banana bread mixture into the pan, I'm going to show you guys the secret to making this banana bread perfect. So what I have here is the Pampered Chef stoneware. This is the mini loaf pan. What's really great about it, it's going to cook everything evenly in one shot. I used to make my banana bread in a glass pan and bake it for 50 minutes, and then I take it out, it was all crispy on the outside, and then in the middle it was raw. So I have to put it back for another 20 minutes, another 20 minutes, and then you just have a solid rock of banana bread. It's still good, but you know, you'll see that with this stoneware, if you don't have it, you should go out and get one because it's going to make it perfect every time. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour the banana bread mix inside the stoneware. If you have just one loaf pan, that's fine. I have 4 little ones, so that's why I'm pouring this in here. So you put about a little mix here. There we go. Don't worry about getting some on the sides there. And then finally do the last one. And then we have, remember how we put aside some of the topping? That's what we're gonna come in, it's gonna come in handy this time here. So just scoop that all up. There we go. I'm gonna steal some from this one. There we go. So now what you're gonna do is, see the little topping we had reserved? So we're gonna sprinkle some on top of it evenly. So you do that before you put it in the oven. So what you're gonna see is when this melts, the butter melts, and you have nice little sugary, flaky, basically like a topping. So then you don't have to actually butter your banana bread when you're eating it. So we're just gonna put that on here, be a little bit generous. You'll see it turns out really great. All caramel, it looks all golden brown after too. It's really yummy. So what you can do, you can leave it like that, or you can do like me and add a little bit of cinnamon sugar. Here I already have a pre-made cinnamon sugar mix from Pampered Chef, so I'm just going to sprinkle that on here. If you don't have that on hand, just mix a little bit of sugar and cinnamon together, and whatever you like to add as your sweet spices. You could even put a little bit of chocolate on there too if you'd like. There you go, look. Okay, so what we're gonna do now that this is all nice and ready, we're gonna put it in the oven for 15 minutes, and then we'll show you guys how great it looks and how evenly it'll be cooked. Hi, so we're back now, and it's been about 50 minutes. We're just about to take the banana bread out of the oven. So I'm going to take it out when it beeps, and I'm going to show you guys that it's completely cooked and golden brown throughout. So we have 7 seconds left, but if you want the recipe at home, be sure to check out my website at www.chefshany.com. Now here we have it. Perfect golden brown banana bread. Doesn't that look delicious? I can't wait to eat it. So what you should do is just make sure you cool it completely, but I'm going to stick a fork into it to show you guys that it's fully cooked. So I'm going to put in the big one here, and there you go. Just have a little bit of blueberry stuck on there, but you can enjoy this recipe if you check out my website. And for those of you who have subscribed to my videos on YouTube, thank you very much. For those of you who haven't and you want to get new recipes, make sure you do, because I'll keep them coming.